Hey YouTube, it's D, back with another unboxing. Woohoo, check it out. So, a little bit of preamble before I start this. One, different mat. I'm going to try to mix it up every now and then. I've got tons of these back from the trading card game. This is Olivia, Mommy, Vampire Queen. I loved her back in old school in Innistrad, and her storyline's okay. She's a total boss. Um, Anyways, with Thanksgiving, they did the sales going on where they brought back the battle boxes and then they made it so that if you bought starters, and I'm not gonna lie, before that came out, I literally had two towers, two bunkers, some trenches. Like I had a cart full of terrain, and they're like, "Hey, if you buy a starter, you can get a bunker or a tower, and you can also get a defense kit, and you can get the limited edition pirate ones." And I'm gonna be honest, I'm a sucker for limited edition crap. I fucking go nuts for it. So yeah, I decided to buy four of the Orgoth starter because at that point it's like I'm saving, what is it, $60 per, so it's 140 per starter. Why not? Orgoth, Dusk, and Khador were the three armies that I wanted, and at the time Dusk was sold out when I placed the order. They ended up restocking it after the fact, and I kind of kicked myself, but it is what it is. So obviously Khador is basically done in terms of buying until new shit comes out, and the other stuff will slowly build up. I'll say the Orgoth and the Dusk and all that jazz as I work on it. So what do we have today? We do not have the starters. They have not been shipped yet. At least mine haven't. And I mean, my order was huge. Four starters, and then I think I also got like a Shadow Flame battle group box and just some other stuff. So I also went to Discount Games Inc. And they didn't necessarily have a sale outside of their normal sale, but what I did is there's some things I wanted from the Privateer Press website that I was like, it's just better to buy it here and pick it up while I can. And today we have three things. The first being the Sea Raiders expansion, um, our Warcaster, a Horruskh of the Thousand Wraths, and then I also picked up the Moloch. Now, I don't have a jack frame for him yet. I actually also picked up the alternative jack frame for the characters. I think I'm going to do that for all of them. So I don't even think I'm going to unbox this yet. I think I'm going to unbox this once I get the starters and I get the alternate jack frame so I can have it magged and try it on both the different frames. So we're going to put this one to the side. We'll come back to it later. And then we're also going to do that with Horruskh for a different reason, which you'll see later in the video. So let's get into the Sea Raiders. Now, with all expansions, their title card normally has like templates and stuff on the back, right? Yep. Which I think is cool. There's the trench template. I'm thinking about picking, for 20 bucks, you can get like two of these normal ones if you go on their website and do trench. But they also have one that's a T intersection, and then they have two little like angler pieces so that you can angle them like that. And with the new stuff coming out in January, where they want a lot more terrain, January 2024 to date this video. Okay, that one's heavy. That one's heavy. Heavy. Nothing. Let's see if they put the card in this. Yeah, nothing on this one. So sometimes on this fourth box, if there's nothing there, you'll see like a little slip of paper or card that says intentionally left blank to contain structural integrity or something like that. I always get a little kick out of it. This one didn't have it. Yeah, so let's get into it. So let's start with number one. Yeah. All right. We've got Savvy here, and we'll start with Savvy. Oh, no, get off the other thing. She does not want to come out. It's because these things have so many pointy bits. All right, no breakage, thank God. This looks like to be the Mark II resin. There we go. Oh, I love their power packs. Looks like there needs to be a little bit of cleanup here and there. Yeah, you can see it there. Good. Normally the Mark II resin's pretty clean. Not a lot of supports in it, but she's got some. Mark II resin is, from what I've been told, that this is the second wave of resin. It's kind of brittle. So this concerns me. If it's all Mark II resin, then there's a chance that we're gonna have a lot of breakage because these guys have a lot of pointy bits and like hooks and stuff. And I'm not thrilled if that's the case. So yeah, I decided to go full field allotment just because I bought 4 starters. It's the boys. These things are so cool. There we go. Look at them. Now the basing idea I have for these guys is based on Horruskh. He has like a bunch of skulls on his feet that he's standing on by a rock. And if that's the case, this actually makes me a little happy because we might not, and there's a mass and stuff. We might not have breakage if these guys came in okay. There's still some supports that need to be clipped or broke. Nothing too crazy. But I like the mast and the cloth there to kind of harken back to the Sea Raiders because that was one of my big criticisms when I first looked at them. I'm like, they don't look very Sea Raider-ish. They very much, like the people, the casters at least, give me a Chaos Space Marines vibe, which I also think is super cool. And then they're 50 mils. So I'm kind of happy on that. And then that I'll get to why I think that's awesome in a second because it's deals with the color scheme that I picked up. But yeah, Chaos Space Marines are one of the coolest parts of 40k because they're just metal for no reason. Like, yeah, I can get that you turned your back on the Emperor and went to Chaos, but why did you decide to then just like weld on a bunch of spikes? It makes no sense. Like corn, maybe I could see. All right, this is either the Forge Master or yeah, it's the Solo. Yeah, and we got that spaghetti-looking spear. I might not even paint her because I'm trying to get a hold of, because I don't have one. I'm trying to get a hold of the mini crate because the mini crate is a witch version of her, and I might run that. I don't know. I could still paint this one just so that I have like an in-army themed one. But I love her model and the rules are amazing. Also, fun fact, looking at the rules and everything for Orgoth, I learned real quick that they are 40 mil the army. There's like 11 50 mils, and then there's like 12 30 mils. Everything else, yeah, there's a broken bit. Everything else is on 40 mil. These are the Axers. I'm probably going to get one more expansion just because a lot of these things are FA2, and the things that aren't FA2, they do sell individually, which is good. All right, this is our broken boy. I don't know if I'm going to put in an order to get the broken bits replaced. It depends on how bad it is, especially over the 4 starters. I'll wait till I get everything in. Yeah, there's his leg. And then see how bad it is. It's the come at me bro pose too, man. He's my favorite. And that seems to be a clean enough break. I should be able to super glue that without any problems. But yeah, they're 40 mil in the army. There's like 96 40 millimeter bases if you're going to go full field allotment. It's kind of silly. In the best way. Like they're all just big chunky boys or girls. We don't know what they do on the weekends. No judgment. I mean, y'all don't know what I do on the weekends. All right. So, third and final. This is probably the Forge Master, and then this is the troop unit. So, because we already know the other solo was the character, and it's broke too. Damn. There's been a break in every single bit of this. And this one doesn't seem that clean unless I'm looking at it wrong. Does this go this way? Yeah, I guess it goes that way. Is it broken and bent? Maybe. All right, I'll stop messing with that. But beyond that, really good. A little bit of mold flashing there that needs to be cleaned. There's the tools. He's such a really good solo, or he or she, I don't know. The Forge Master's such a really good solo too. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, I was worried about this. This one I've heard on the Mark II weapons, like this kit, like this guy. He's broken, I think, from the bottom. Yeah, I think that might be a knife, and then that might be an axe head. Let's see. 40 mil to army. Get the bases out of the way. This guy's broken. This guy's broken. This guy's broken. This one actually looks okay, and this one looks okay. So there's 4 pieces. We'll check those out in a second. So let's get the good ones out of the way. This guy's got double swords, a sword and a dagger. Good. And then this guy's got a mace and a dagger. Or girl, this is one of the chicks. I love how they have no qualms about mixing genders with this one. They're just like, yeah, there you go. Uh, this is a broken axe head, or it could be the mace. I honestly can't wait to paint these. Yeah, once I get the starters, I want to see how busted everything is. And then maybe put in a ticket on this one. Normally, I don't like to do tickets if I can avoid it, because it's like I can personally easily myself fix most of these. Because if you don't look at them as broken pieces, if you look at this as just bits, right? Like this is a normal Warhammer 40K kit. These are just bits. That's what it boils down to. As long as it's a clean break and you can find the corresponding location, then it's just bits. Really, at the end of the day, as long as the glue holds and it's strong, then it's good. But 3 out of 5 snapped like that, not a good day. That's for dang sure. So let me put these up, and then we'll move on to the surprise. So, well, I don't want to say surprise, but the cool bit I'm super hyped for. So I brought up Chaos Space Marines, and a long time ago, a buddy of mine, when he was getting into 40K, wanted to do Chaos Space Marines, and we looked through all the different legions, and we ended up finding one that he liked, and we ended up finding a color scheme for it. And I'm like, you know what? Because I painted most of his starter stuff, I'm like, I'm going to use that same color scheme on these. Dun dun dun. So the reason why we didn't care about his box is he's already totally done. And this is the Alpha Legion color scheme that we came up with. And it's very simple, super simple to paint. It's Games Workshop Lead Belcher primer over the whole model. I'm really stoked with how his face and everything came out. Like if you actually get in there, you can see the flesh on the part of the face that's exposed. You can even see the teethers. Like I took some time on that. Um, anyways, Lead Belcher primer, and then Pterodon turquoise over all the armor, and then you just make whatever you want white back to white scar, and then hit it with whatever flesh contrast you want to do. And then even the base, like I said, Horruskh has little skulls. You see where the rock is on his foot? That part is part of the model, the rock and those two skulls up there. But the rest of these, this is actually the 3D print at work. We finally got it. Hopefully we've got it dialed in. We're still running into some failures, but it's still coming out pretty good. But yeah, it's Pterodon turquoise over lead belcher, and that's it. Like that's all it is. And he is, besides the metals, he's all contrast, like 100% contrast. Balthazar gold for the golds, lead belcher for the iron, for the like the metal. Um, the red is I think ball. Yeah, ball reds, except for the cape. The cape is a darker red. It's blood angels. So this is the color scheme. This is hold on. Retributor armor for the little golden bits here, and then this is more Balthazar. Same thing with this. And these guys remind me so much of Chaos Space Marines when I was looking into them. Like the pipes on the bottom and on the top, the power packs. Like I know the normal troops don't have power packs, and it's only really a Warcaster thing, but still such memery in terms of Warcaster bits. But yeah, I painted him up just so that I could prove of concept for the color scheme, and I think he came out pretty good. But yeah, that's it. I'm waiting on the starters. Next payday, I'm going to hunt down another Expac, and then I'm probably going to buy singles. And then I'm probably going to buy my 2 Tarrasques, and that's it. 4 starters are all you need to hit field allotment for all of that, all of your jacks and everything. Then you need him because he's standalone. And then you need one expansion, and then technically you could buy individuals because they're one of the few armies that actually have them all. Like certain armies like Dusk, they don't. Some of their things that are in the expansions, as well as I think even the core. No, the core got cut up. The core got cut up. It was missing the solo that they released fairly recently, but the expansion is still missing stuff. Um, a lot of stuff, which I mean, it just recently came out, so fair. We can't expect them to be super busy, especially with the Black Friday deal. Um, yeah, I've got the blimps. Those are going to be an unboxing video soon. If I haven't already put it out, I probably haven't yet. I think I need to reshoot it. Some of the stuff was wrong because I think I shot it before I put out the blimp retrospective, so I was like talking down on them because I think at the time I only knew the Kador stats, and I was like, these things are kind of bad. Brr, 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 brr. But then I found out that they do different stuff, and kind of like how on this one, for Orgoth, if you rock them for Orgoth, they get an additional dice on attacks and damage rolls, and you drop the lowest. So super good dice consistency. And then if you're also running him, you can then like pay a focus to reroll if it's within control range, which is even more consistency. But that's it. When I get the other stuff, I'll definitely do an unboxing on that. I don't know if I've said it yet because I've talked about this situation a couple times, but I've had to reshoot those videos. I'm going to have to reshoot those videos due to extenuating circumstances. The entire Dusk army that I purchased, and yes, I do have a Dusk army too, all the unboxing footage was lost for that. All the footage for the remaining Kador stuff was lost. Kador's done. Like, it's full FA. I haven't painted it yet because their paint scheme is so complicated in terms of what I'm used to. Like, take this guy. Base coated, one color, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Seven colors total, maybe eight if you count the wash. Nine if you count the base. 9 colors. That's it for this. Um, I think with the Kador color scheme, I depending on the model, I'm up to like 20. So those are a lot of different steps, and you have to do a lot of corrections, and you have to do a lot of fixing, and it just takes time. I think I've fully painted one unit of Arcanists and a couple other things here or there. The casters, there's a couple things I've painted, but not a lot. I'm dealing with motivation issues, and I'm probably going to do a video on that when it comes to making yourself motivated. Dusk is almost done. I think I have to do 2, maybe 3 jacks. I know I have to do 150 mil. I think I have to do 1 or 2 40 mil jacks. And then I think I have to do some warriors from the Expac. And the cats, I have to do 5 cats. I painted 1 cat for testing. I got to paint the 2 Dreadgar Squires. And then I've already painted Ty, and I've already painted the character solo. So there's that. The 2 starters I have, because I picked up 2 starters, 2 Expacs, they're done. And then I also picked up two Void Engines. So the only thing I'm missing is for full field allotment, I would need 2 more starters, and then would need to pick up some of singles from the X-Pack. I think the only thing I need to pick up are Warriors. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's 3 armies now, 2 Jokokis. That video needs to also be reshot because the Jokoki is amazing. It isn't great for airplane travel, sadly, but because it's big, it's very big and bulky. But like for home storage and local play, phenomenal. 100% recommend it. All right, I'm rambling. We're close to 20 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it here. Did you get anything on the Black Friday sale, or are you gonna get anything for Black Friday? Not just like this game, but any of your other hobbies and/or games. Let me know down in the comments. The doobly doo engagement helps grow the channel. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Seriously, if you want to. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good one, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.